At the peak of the COVID-19 epidemic, when it started and it was so virulent and a lot of people were dying, we learned that the death was through the lung inflammation, what was called a cytokine storm. And ginger is a known anti-inflammatory agent. And so traditionally, a lot of people were drinking ginger teas. Some were using it fresh, but for convenience, people went on the powdered product. So there was, demand for the product. And so as a curious scientist, I decided that with these powders on the market, ginger powders on the market, let's see if they have some excellent quality attributes. And more importantly, we wanted to know if it is the correct species they are packaging. Ginger has another species that is grown as an ornamental, and what we call flowers, ginger flowers, and doesn't have the pungency and quality attributes of the original ginger. So we wanted to look at quality. Again, we wanted to look at the source of the ginger they are using. All right, so we looked at three main markets in Ghana. We looked at the Makola market in Accra. We looked at the Central market, and then in the Central region as well, Cape Coast market. And then any ginger powder on the market that we chanced on. Now, if the product's label indicates that it is a mixture, ginger with other spices, we didn't include it in the research. It was only based on ginger product, only ginger containing material. Yes. All right, so like I said earlier, we wanted to know if indeed these powdered products on the market contain the Zingiber officinale, which is the hot, pungent ginger that we use in our homes. Because some may adulterate it with the ornamental one, or sometimes even with other plant parts, because it comes already in the form of a powder. That was one thing we wanted to look at. The other one too also was to look at the fact that because it's a rhizome, and the rhizomes are buried in the soil, do the soils that are used in cultivating ginger contain toxic metals? Again, we wanted to find out if they contain some pathogenic microorganisms as well. Now, we did a test, we did this research. I think we did it continuously for 2 years. We repeated this before we published the findings. Fortunately, I think it is good news for all of us. We didn't find any toxic metals in there. The levels were all within permissible levels. Again, with the microbial load, pathogenic microorganisms, which according to standards should not be in there, were not there. However, the total aerobic count, which indicates some level of contamination, but not with pathogenic microbes, were in there. For about 7 products that we analyzed, 5 of them had levels of aerobic count that was higher than the recommended values. And all 3 Ghanaian products that were in there had higher levels than the recommended values. So these are some of the main findings. The next one is the fact that our Ghanaian products or local products, only one was registered with the FDA with evidence of the FDA number embossed on the label. One was completely without a label, and both 2 products did not even have manufacturer's information for obvious reasons. They are not registered with the FDA and they don't want to be traced. So no form of identity as to who manufactured and put the product on the market. As for the FDA, we are, strong strategic partner. As researchers in natural products, we try to always look at the real application of our research by looking at food safety issues. And so we've looked at the number of research that, in some few months, the publications will be coming out with regards to food safety. But with regards to what we just published, the FDA is doing well. We can only admonish them to increase their surveillance on some of these products on the market without manufacturer information, no label that consumers are on, so that we can look at, we can trace these products when there is a problem and be able to address them as well.